Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. This is our Beast Tamer Bard build, episode 188, I believe. It's just fucking quiet here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was just quiet here. Okay, we have done our leveling. Cool. Necessary, important. Got some fun, interesting things. Looking forward to it. We're going to talk to the Hand of the Inheritor real quick regarding our mission. What if I try to use my powers to open these old portals? Alas, that is unlikely to work. These portals are unlike the seal in Dresden. They cannot simply be swept away. If you use that method, you will either destroy them for good or open the path, but not to the place where the portal initially led and where our quarry fled. Okay. Alright, cool. We are gonna explore. This once used to be a working portal, it seems, but now the gates are inactive and lifeless. The stone at the entrance to these gates looks worn, so there's no doubt they saw frequent use. Okay, cool. Well, that looks like a portal. Black hole on the ground. I've been listening to Bluestones ever since Mitch told me about them yesterday. I say ever since. I've been listening to them off and on since. And I have multiple of their songs kind of like mashed into my brain now. Yeah, it's not, I don't think it's like my favorite music on the face of the planet or anything like that, but it's catchy and it's a good like earworm, so pretty happy with it. I think we're gonna go inside. I'm assuming this portal takes us to wherever we need to go, so instead we're gonna go into the caves and fiddle faddle around and see what's what.
I can handle it.
Okay, that's a way down. A wild houndor. I don't think I have a houndor yet. Can we even head to the Midnight Fane? Can we go back? I thought we were like, oh, hello. The fuck is up here? Though it seems incredible, the deformed succubus's body still contains a flicker of life. As you approach, she opens her eyes. Her lips, crusted with blood, release a groan. You, Baphomet's spawn, run. Run through your portal. You run too, Hepsamira. You think you're strong, but Our Lady in Shadow is stronger. She will get her revenge anyway. Your friend at work listens to stuff you've never heard of. One of the artists he told me about was Orchid Mantis, which I haven't touched on much yet. Cool. I will immediately put that down. Orchid Mantis. I always like, I don't always get into new music, right? But I always like hearing new music for the first time, you know? Sociel examines her wounds with the dispassionate eye of a healer and whispers under his breath. Major blood loss. Puncture wounds are deep. Blood is filling her body cavities. Commander, I have some means to ease her pain. It's too late to try to save her. Can't spare her suffering. Yeah, healer. Absolutely. Oddly, the healing powers have no visible effect. She just moans, slightly shakes her head, and stares at you with her dull green eyes. She is in great pain. Why should the world have so much pain? Her eyes fill with tears. Pain is a part of an organism's typical set of reactions to the environment. Through the medium of pain, the body sends a signal indicating danger and prompting the person to react correspondingly. So, pain is useful? Amber considers this for a while. I guess you're right. Without pain, without sadness and grief, we would never be able to tell what is good and what is bad. And yet, I would like it if there was at least a bit less of it. Now help her go painlessly. A small bottle appears in Social's hands. He gives the succubus just a small drop from it, but her eyes immediately close and her breathing slows and finally ceases. Ah. The cleric looks at the demon's body with sadness as if not a reviled enemy lying at his feet. I wasn't sure it would work. Demon bodies are built differently from those of humans. Like it did the job. Didn't suffer. The Midnight Isles, Lady Nocticula's realm, is a dark place even amidst the grim madness of the abyss. Everyone who sets foot on this island is treading on the corpses of those who once opposed the Lady in Shadow, for the islands were created out of the bodies of her slain enemies. In this place, cunning, self-interest, boldness, and eternal midnight reign supreme. Those responsible for mining Nahindrian crystals and shipping them to Golarion are lurking somewhere in this place. Their efforts are transforming the demonic legions into a wave of chaos capable of obliterating everything in its path. The commander has left his homeworld and descended to the abyss on a mission to find and put a stop to them. Whatever the secret of the origin of the Nahindrian crystals, they were shipped to Golarion via the Nexus, a portal node located in the Midnight Isles. There are sure to be some traces left that would help answer several crucial questions. What was done to the crystals in that place? Who was in charge of the whole operation? And finally, what happened in this now desolate place? The name of the demoness who was in charge of the mining operation is Hepzimira. Perhaps Iomede's Herald knows something about her. We know something about her. The crystals were mined by Baphomet's minions. For reasons unknown, a conflict broke out between them and Nocticula's servants. This is a valuable piece of information, and the Hand of the Inheritor will want to hear it. Well, maybe we can be on Nocticula's side rather than against her. That'd be cool.
Can't make the demons wait.
Elven notes, very nice. Key to the Nexus portals. The key has been found. The Hand of the Inheritor may have some ideas about how to use it. The mine shaft descent. Oh, this is a cool sight. I like this quite a bit. Fun to be able to see this. The mine shaft descends to an incredible depth, and there are depleted veins and empty ducts as far as the eye can see. We're just gonna check and see if we can head back to the Midnight Pain. Okay. Okay. I was expecting somewhere it was gonna be like, well, you can go no further.
Here we go.
Ivy looks like they got a little bigger. That's cool. I say a little bigger, but I think they're actually, like, as big as Odysseus now. Yeah, they're definitely bigger. It used to be teeny tiny. Oh, right. We were going to take a look at some of our stuff. Let's take a look at Ivu's Marshall. Looks like we're getting a lot of attacks. Talon. Bite. Claw. Gore. Bite. Claw. Unarmed strikes? What? I'm confused. Did Ivu just grow, like, arms in order to punch people? Because that's gonna be fucking hilarious if that's the case. A bite. Oof. The fact that Calypso's... Well, I guess she does have 41 strength. Good lord, Janice. Oh, she has animal growth up right now, that's why. That's why. Oh, I say that, but even then, +2, +3. Like if we had +8 on Odysseus, it still wouldn't be the same. You know? Like base value 18, base value 12. That's the difference. We probably should be focusing on dexterity, but I don't know where this -2 comes from. Like, honestly. Probably it comes from the fact that we don't have, whatchamacallit? The finesse, weapon finesse, basically. Anyways, moving along. That's cool. We're gonna jump down here real quick. What's going on with this? Okay. Here's a Persa. A midden of enormous bones that likely came from giants. Here and there, rusty slave collars glint in the dust. These half-rotten remains of a giant are missing an arm. This one was probably mutilated while he was still alive. Here. Suture! You little bastard! Why are you here? Did you piss off Arilu? You hear some muttering coming from the pile of bones.
Gone. They're all gone. And left me with nothing. I've been searching and searching, but there's not even a trace.
A large giant skull shakes, and an old acquaintance of yours, the Dretch called the Suture, climbs out from under it, grumbling and groaning. He notices you. He blinks, and then he says in a tone of an extreme melancholy,
Oh, it's you.
"What's up, Suture? What you doing, fam? What are you doing in a place like this?"
Can't you see for yourself? I've been browsing decorations for my newest luxurious palace with a view of Ishiar's best beaches.
The Dretch mumbles. Then, without missing a beat, he states wistfully, I was on my way to see Mistress Arilu, but I can't teleport when I'm like this. Every lousy Brimarack can do it, but I can't. All I could do was reach the Midnight Fane and slip into the rift, but now I can go no further. So I've been searching for portal keys. Portal keys? You've seen those big things up there on the surface. They were kept closed most of the time so the slaves wouldn't run away. They can be opened with special keys. If I was lucky enough to find such a key, I would have left this nasty place in a heartbeat. And then, who knows? Maybe I could have found Mistress Arilu. Is Arilu around here somewhere? You're funny, lad, you are. The demon grunts. My mistress, she's like the wind. One moment she's here and the next she's gone. But she loves to come to the abyss. I would have found her by now if I could get out of here. What is this place? It's a little burrow dug by Baphomet's rats in the mansion of the illustrious Lady Nocticula. The suture grimaces. A former burrow, that is. Once I visited this place with my mistress Arilu on business, and this place was abuzz with life. The slaves were working, the slave drivers were tormenting them, and Hepzamira was choking the life out of both. You know Hepzamira, do you? Nasty horn-headed Nephilim and Baphomet's daughter to boot. Now there's no one here. As soon as I saw you, I knew right away why they all fled. Fair enough. Good times, good times. Where did all these bones come from? They belong to the giants who used to work in these mines. You don't think Baphomet's minions dug the rocks with their own hands, do you? This mine was depleted first, so they converted it into a dump. Every time an enslaved giant died, they dumped the carcass here. That's fucked up. I'm here to find the source of the Nihindrian crystals. Do you know anything about it? Well, you've just found one. Good for you. The suture sweeps his arm in a wide circle. This is the mine where they used to dig the crystals. But it was long ago. They depleted it and they left. So the crystals can simply be mined by like any regular crystal. Simply enough, but not that simply, the suture grunts. They can be mined all right, but the crystals are very rare and extremely expensive. And that's all I know. Are there many other mines like this one? There are several more on this island, as far as I could see, and they all must have been depleted too. Baphomet's gang wouldn't have left this place if they had even a slim chance of finding more crystals. As for there being more mines elsewhere, I don't know. Do you not know? Oh, that is incorrect. How long have demons known the secrets of the crystals? What is this secret you're talking about? Those crystals can be used in many ways. If you're talking about magic powers that can be extracted from a crystal and poured into a demon, no one would ever do it before my mistress. Even now, only a select few know how to do it. My mistress? I mean, Lords Baphomet and Tiscari are no fools to share that kind of knowledge with the entire Abyss. Everything is clear to me now. I gotta go. You know what? You better look around really closely. Mayhap you'll find a key. A portal key. It looks like a faded piece of glass. But if it's filled with power, it'll shine purple. I'll walk around too. Search some more. Thanks, Suture, for the guidance. Find the key! We already found a portal key. Maybe there are more then. The giant's bones look like they have been gnawed on. Oh, uh-oh. Well, if they've been gnawed on, that means there's something to do the gnawing. Eventually. Hey, key to the Nexus portals. We got another key. The stone is gouged and crumbling. Traces of glowing purple dust can be seen in several places. Hide of a magical creature. Boots of Stampede! The wearer of these boots adds their rank in athletics skill as a bonus to the damage roll on a successful charge attack. Interesting. Interesting. Hold up. I don't think we really have any skill in athletics for Sela, and we can't put boots on Calypso, can we? No, we cannot. What is Sela using as boots? She's not using any boots. Well, that's +9 damage on charges. Whatever, you know. Not really a reason not to. This sausage is not as good as the normal sausage that I get. I do not think I will be getting it again. It's okay, but... Bye.
I can handle it.
I mean, I'd totally just be like, Suture, you want to come along? I'm sure we'll see Arilu eventually. You know? Alright, well, we got 2 portal keys. That's cool.
Can't make the demons wait.
I want to check and see if Calypso has... Okay, so she does have a trample option. Gain the ability to trample... Okay, so it is a standard action. Yeah, I think I care less about that in that particular case, right? Because she doesn't really take actions. Not while we're mounted, you know?
Beautiful. Let's see what we can do.
Regarding our mission. Okay. I've reason to believe that the Nahindrian crystals were mined right here in the mines. The angel flexes his wings. So the source of our troubles, these powerful crystals, can be mined from the soil of the abyss, as if they were just ordinary minerals. I was convinced that the secret of their origin must be more complicated and nefarious, but this new knowledge terrifies me. There are half a dozen mines in the vicinity, and those mines are huge. The largest was abandoned just recently, it seems. How many crystals did the demons manage to mine? How many monsters with mythic powers did they manage to create? We must find out. Fair? I know the name of the person who was in charge of the mines, Hepzibah. Hepzibah herself. Anger rings in the hand of the inheritor's voice. I know her. She is an old and dangerous adversary, a Nephilim, a spawn of Baphomet himself. Yes, now I see it. The path we have stepped onto is dangerous, but it is the right one. The demons you have encountered before, even Darazan, were just officers in the Abyssal Army, whereas Hepzibah is a true princess of the spawn of chaos and evil. I am not surprised that she is behind the secret of these cursed crystals, and I dread to think what she is capable of doing with them. Yeah, that's fair. A dying succubus told me about the conflict between Nocticula and Baphomet's servants. Well, I'm not at all surprised. The alliances between the demon lords are usually fragile, and they break like a spider's web in the wind. However, the discord between our enemies can work to our advantage, no matter how repellent it is for me to even countenance. We must learn more about what is going on. I've got a key to the portal that the demons who mine the crystals apparently used to leave this place. Let me take a look at it. The angel examines the flat piece of clouded crystal. I think I know how this key works. As soon as you have finished exploring the mines, I shall open the portal. I think I've learned everything I wanted to know in this place. Let's go. Then let us begin the pursuit at once, the hand of the inheritor exclaims fervently.
Yeah!
Oh, hold up. What's that other fucking portal? I thought we were going to be using that one. The portal begins to glow brightly, and the hand of the inheritor gestures forward, his hand clenched in a fist. Onward, wherever this road may lead us. After approaching the portal, the angel freezes. Heaven above, just look at that. I see the pattern of sky-piercing spires and steep domes set against the midnight sky. This is Alushinira, the damned city of Nocticula. That's where our enemies are heading. Uh-oh. That was a little bit skippy.
You think you're quick, eh? Well, I'm quicker!
Ah, little fucker. Okay, we are definitely getting some skipping. Not in frames or anything like that, but in the sound. I wonder what's up. The angel's blade is just a moment too late to touch the skin of the demon, who rushes into the portal. That cunning creature has stolen our key. The portal is inactive again. I swear even the lowest of the abyssal creatures are disgusting and despicable. This portal leads to Alushinira. What could this mean? It means we will be looking for a particular clutch of demons among thousands of their kind. Alushinira is a real demonic metropolis. It's huge and macabre. It is a little safer, or rather a little less dangerous than the other corners of the abyss. Lady Nocticula loves having visitors, including those from other planes, and she does not like it if her guests are dying every day in her city. But if it happens quietly and without too much attention, her black heart won't even skip a beat. We must be twice, even thrice, as careful in this nest of sin. A group of demons is a clutch? You'd think it'd be like a nightmare or a terror or something? I mean, I don't know. Will we have to move onward altogether? I do not think that will be necessary. We need an outpost in the abyss, and it will be best if we build it right here, far from larger demonic settlements and close to an active portal that will allow us to return here at any time. All of your companions that are currently unoccupied should take care of guarding and setting up camp. I've got the second key. Nice. The demon's plots cannot stop us. Suture was the one who was like, yo, you should look for another key, because I'm going to steal yours. I love it. I guess we could have killed him, or tried to kill him. No? We still haven't had much success encountering them. This is why we must make haste and move onward. We want to go back and check that other spot. I thought...
Are we ready
Well
to move
then.
out?
I thought this was the portal that we were actually going to be going to, so... But I was incorrect. The stones of the arch emit a revolting, high-pitched shriek. In response to these vibrations, the particle of ash and grit under your feet float upward. They gather together and violently twist themselves into a whirlwind, at the heart of which an ember of magic flame ignites. The fire becomes brighter until you see a strange city inside the flames, featuring aerial spires, staircases that lead into the void, and streets entangled in a way that contradicts any logic or common sense. You see buildings that seem to be caught in an endless loop of crumbling and rebirth from ruined islands that float in the ether. in the ether and alleyways that disappear and reappear again in a different location a few moments later. Hey, how's it going, TJ? You casted all of them? Like, 'cause I think there's a couple. Like, holy crap. Nice. Good job. Nicely done. Glad to see you doing well. The city is reminiscent of a grimacing clown, one that makes mocking faces and changes its expression every second. Here and there you see glints of light flashing on the city streets. After you look closer, you realize that the lights radiate from other arches, similar to the one before you. The gold coin with Baphomet's mark, which you found on Darazan's body, reacts to the revolting sound by vibrating. The coin appears to be an enchanted item set to resonate magically with the arch, possibly serving as a tool of some kind. What the fuck are we looking at here? You notice that the entire city appears to be littered with an intricate network of portals, with the arches serving as artifacts allowing you to access the alien network. Interacting with the arches seems to require formulating a clear request in your mind, at which point the magic will transfer you to another portal along the network. Determine the arch's origins. The stones are cut in quite a rough manner, while the magical symbols appear to be drawn without too much diligence. It's quite unlikely that the architect of such an intricate network would have demonstrated such a lack of finesse. By all appearances, the arch is handmade, somehow connected to the web of portals and illicitly used for personal gain. Not all, you casted Holy Judgment, Sacred Light, Fairy Circle, Infernal Ruin, and Holy Binds on Zealous. That's pretty dope. I can't even remember what all Jay and I were able to accomplish in Tales of Symphonia, but I know there was plenty that we could still do in regards to, like, mystic arts and things like that. Because that stuff can be pretty difficult to pull off. Try to understand why you can't move to the other arches. It's quite obvious that this strange construct was not designed for mundane use, only transporting users to specific arches that they are allowed to visit. It's unlikely that some kind of system of magical marks is used. It's likely that some kind of system of magical marks is used, quite possibly shaped into tangible objects, to prevent access to various arches. Before you get one such token, all the destination points will be closed to you. Identify the place you're seeing. Judging by its surreal architecture, its chaotic conglomeration of houses right in the middle of the streets, and by the large number of islands that hover in the air or float in random directions, what you see is some sort of demonic city. We're gonna save. Ooh, a Larvesta. Net ball. Okay, so quick save, and then we're gonna touch it. Oh. Yes. You need special talisman coins to use Alushanira's portal network. This looks really cool. Are we over here? Is this us? I mean, don't we have one? Like, specifically... this one? Hey, I caught a Larvesta. Okay, well, apparently we can't do anything with this yet, so we will go trigger the cutscene with the Hand of the Inheritor, and I'm sure we'll be back, because apparently this is going to be our hub for a little while, and yeah, that'll be that. Fucking suture. Okay, let's go. Let me tell you something, champion. We are going to Alushanira, the city of cunning and seduction. As sad as I am to admit it, we are unlikely to find our enemies and then the Hindrian crystals they took without the aid of the denizens of this hideous place. If Hepzamira has something to do with all of this, we'll need another demon that matches her powers. We will need to find a way to make contact with one of the city's rulers. On that point, we now know that there is a conflict brewing between Nocticula and Baphomet. Yeah, we get to go be buddies with Nocticula. I will not be welcome in this dark place, but I have prepared for this. The angel seems truly proud of his plan. I will cast a spell on myself, so that not a single denizen of this plane whose soul is devoted to evil will be able to see or hear me. Invisible, I will follow you and protect you from all dangers and temptations of this place as best I can, and the demons will be unaware of my presence. Now, let us go, by the light and the sword. All fucking righty then. Let's fucking do it, shall we? When in doubt, save. Okay. Just shits us out of a fucking door. Why can we kind of see over here? Interesting.
What's going on here?
Indeed, what's going on here?
Let's see what we can do.
Nice. Ooh, what the fuck? The colorless one's remains. You do not have a good feeling about this place? You think someone's going to unmask the angel and leave you unprotected? I could totally see that happening, right? Like, absolutely. I am afraid that the hand of the inheritor is going to either get captured or killed. And I'm somewhat afraid that it's going to be at the hand of Nocticula, and she's going to use the hand of the inheritor as like a bargaining chip against us to basically make us do what she wants us to do. I could totally see that happening. But it'd be what it be. We didn't have the option of telling him to stay behind, so... Captain Kers became famous among the pirates of the Abyss after he slew the legendary monster called the Colorless One. This monstrosity spawned from the calcified remains of a demon lord, Colafir. His body became an island, his blood became crystals, and the disgusting ichor that seeped through the isle's crags gave life to a monster, a crystalline ooze of mythic proportions. Silent and unseen, the creature slid through the waves of Ishiar, waiting for airships. When spotting prey, its tendrils shot out of the water like monumental pillars and shattered decks into splinters. The translucent slime engulfed the sailors' bodies and slowly dissolved them. The colorless one also attacked border settlements, devouring everything in its path and leaving nothing except bloody ooze and acid-scarred buildings behind. No weapon or spell could overcome this beast. Okay, a little scared of the massive giant slimes because of that fucking one that I fought in Pillars of Eternity 2, because that thing was like the biggest pain in the ass. For Captain Kers, hunting the colorless one was a challenge. Stalking the beast in Ishiar for 3 years, he figured out that the colorless one regularly returned to Colafir to recover its strength and drink from springs tainted with the ichor of its progenitor. Kers set up an ambush next to one of such rivulets, catching the colorless one unaware. He gave a signal and the fire spells ignited, encircling the mound of predatory slime with an incendiary wall. The creature boiled, foamed, and raged in the trap, but could not break out. The thing was dying, but too slowly. The fire magic ran its course, and the incendiary wall began to fade. The colorless one attacked, grabbing the pirates and devouring them one after the other. The outcome of the fight hung by a thread when a flaming arrow streaked through the sky. It was Rabid Bitch. What the fuck? Captain Kurz' airship, and he was piloting her straight into the colorless one. Her sails and her hull were ablaze, lit by the pirate's steady hand. The captain himself stood at the helm. The burning vessel struck the pile of slime like a battering ram, and an explosion shook the island. The monster's chunks were tossed hundreds of feet away, where they writhed helplessly and dried into crystalline powder. Wafts of poisonous smoke rose to the sky, and a toxic cloud swelled over the site of the explosion. And it was from that cloud that Captain Kurz triumphantly emerged, much to the joy of his remaining crew, covered in burns and sores left by the caustic slime, but alive and victorious. The tale of his hunt became a legend among the denizens of the abyss, and the colorless one became a small pile of crystallic refuse. However, it still retained a modicum of its terrifying power. What the fuck? That's cool lore. What the hell? And we got it. I don't know what it does. I bet we can trade it. I bet it's like a collector's item for someone where we're like, hey, you want this? You want to buy a sundial?
A bright future.
You know,
awaits.
like.
Got this one.
Judging by the surroundings, these are the slums of Alushanira, Nocticula's capital city. The abode of beggars and vagabonds, it is impossible to descend any further except into the waters of the ocean itself, where the bodies of the unfortunate are dumped. Uh-oh. Look, another mortal. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Alushanira's guests nowadays. You swinging a lot of dead cats? Merchants, travelers, demonologists, every kind of filth. Right, all just strutting around gawking. One of them approached me the other day and asked, "I'm sorry, I'm lost. Can you please show me the way back to the middle city?" And? Did you show them? Or were you a little bitch about it? Well, so I did. Haha, show him. Uh-oh. You've got some nerd. If a guard caught you, they would have torn your head off. Nocticula banned messing with the guests. What the fuck is happening over here? I was discreet. Brought him to a nice and cozy back street where no one could hear his screams. What the fuck, yo? He was just lost. That's rude. I like how it calls these demons commoners, right? And it's funny too, because that's a what, a Nabasu and a Incubus? Or a Cambion? That might be a Cambion. Right, like either way, these are demons that have given us trouble in the past, and now they're just common folk. Just common folk hanging around. Can you hold still?
Prove my worth. I'm trusting you.
I don't like that. I can tell you that. How's it going? A few days ago, a bunch of tentacles crept out of the crap drain and dragged away a couple of drifters. Those bums screamed like they were being torn to pieces. We nearly laughed our heads off. That's fucked up. You should never deal with that crazy bitch, Veloxia. When she gets bored, she starts doing horrible things. Interesting. The other day, a gang wrecked this crap hole called the Bad Luck and finished off its owners. Now the tavern belongs to someone else.
I can handle it.
Okay, finding your way around Alushanira. In this strange abyssal realm, space itself sometimes behaves in weird, unexpected ways. Consistently behaves? By turning the camera due south, north, east, or west, you can change the city itself around you, opening new paths. Okay. It's just you, the crap lord. How's it going, Lars Mandel? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. We are tiptoeing our way into Alushanira for the first time, and so far it's pretty interesting. So I've just learned that we can manipulate the structure of buildings by twisting our camera in different directions. Now I'm kind of just experimenting to see if, does that mean we can go somewhere over here, for example?
Can't make the demons wait.
It doesn't look like it, so. And I'm enjoying the path quite a bit. This is, I've been playing this game for a very long time. I play once a week, so I only get so much done, right, in a single session. But it's a great game. I love playing it. Every time I'm always like, wow, there's so much fucking cool shit going on in this game. Nocticula is a tyrant and a vicious bitch. I wish someone would scrape her off her throne and twist her neck. I hate her. I used to be a guard to Shamira herself. When did I lose it all? Bloody shadow demons, they took everything from me. People say that Hepzimira is hiring workers to do some job for her. Lots of workers, a freaking lot, a whole army. Maybe I should seek her out. Spare a coin for a former arena gladiator who was mutilated by the damn fighters of the Nahindrian League? Ah. Rumor has it that you convinced Minago to betray Baphomet, and now she's plotting against her former allies? You're a cunning one, aren't you? Ooh, interesting. Ooh, a ghastly. I want a ghastly. Time to draw knives and stab the guards. Alushanira is a free city. Please don't. Your reputation, right, my reputation has preceded me, very interestingly. Okay, so what we would need is to... Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, Lars Mandel. Okay, so we would need to come over here, I guess. This is interesting. There's a lot of, like, strange movement that we're gonna have to mess around with here. Let's check this Knowledge Arcana.
All right.
The Abyss is chaos, and everything in it is constantly changing in both appearance and nature. Even the architecture of the city is in constant motion. This is the guiding principle of its design. Okay. Move here. Beggars. Snowball. A snowball's chance in hell.
Let's see what we
Interesting.
can do.
Here's some of those mortals they were talking about. I say mortals, but they didn't really technically talk about mortals. They just talked about other people. Okay, here we go. Things to See in Alushanira, a pamphlet by Berzimbin Gimzapar. What the fuck? That's a hell of a name. Alushanira attracts a great number of guests to the Abyss with its captivating ambiance and exotic delights. If you're planning to see the city by yourself and fully appreciate everything it has to offer to seasoned travelers, you absolutely must include the main sites of this wonderful place in your itinerary. Okay, so here are the tourist traps. Gotcha. The 5 famous attractions in Alushanira. You got number 5, the Battle Bliss. This is the fabled combat arena where you can watch battles unfurl between the most unimaginable creatures from the Abyss and other planes. Fights between infamous demonic duelists, large-scaled free-for-alls, slaughter of defenseless slaves. You can see it all. All you have to do is pick the time and the event. Fuck. Number 4, the flesh markets. More slavery. Great, Abyss. Thanks, Abyss. We love it, Abyss. You fucks. A massive slave market of the richest variety that yours truly has ever seen with her own eyes. It offers first-rate quality product for all uses, be it for work, pleasure, sacrifice, or other more sophisticated purposes. Cool. The 10,000 Delights. This house of passion and pleasure offers its services to all who seek carnal satisfaction. Guests are attended by true masters of their trade who are so skilled that you just won't be able to leave, literally. So be careful about unleashing your lust and wildest fantasies, for half as many visitors ever leave the main gates of the 10,000 Delights as enter. Interesting. Do they serve Wagyu beef? Yo, I'm in. I'm in it to win it. The harem. What? Oh, the 10,000 Delights is not the same as the harem. Do you dream of witnessing abyssal political life? The harem is the civic center of Alushanira, and the place where Nocticula's closest associate, Lady Shamira, currently presides. Enjoy this facility's magnificent architecture, as well as its exciting and fast-paced show trials. Okay, so, interesting. Number 1, Nocticula's Palace. There is no question that the Palace of the Midnight Isles Sovereign is the #1 spot for any interplanar wanderer. The structure's grandeur, elegance, alluring grace, and imposing monumental scale are absolutely awe-inspiring. Truly, only in the Abyss could these qualities have come together in a single architectural masterpiece. Alas, yours truly never got the chance to take a peek inside this gorgeous edifice. Will you, dear reader, perhaps have better luck? Is this better than the first game? I think so, personally. I have enjoyed Wrath of the Righteous quite a bit more than Pathfinder. I think it is a better developed game, right? As in, it's got more quality of life improvements than Pathfinder does. I like it's got a lot of the same things from Pathfinder, don't get me wrong, because it's still using the Pathfinder, or from Kingmaker, because it's still using the same system. But it's got a lot of improvements, it's got more of everything, and it just kind of feels better, plays better, in my opinion. So that is what I would say about that. And then I personally think that the story of the Crusades, Wrath of the Righteous, is more interesting to me than Kingmaker is. Not to say that Kingmaker's bad, I just like Wrath of the Righteous more, basically. So. But that is a your mileage may vary type scenario. The improvements from Kingmaker to Wrath of the Righteous from a quality of life development standpoint, I think that they're substantial. So I do think it is just a better designed game. But as far as like story goes, that's kind of up to what you like. So below there is an addendum in small print. Note: despite Lady Nocticula's orders that dissuade citizens from murderous excesses in public spaces, the streets of Alushanira, particularly its dark alleys and seedy nooks and crannies, may present you with some unpleasant surprises. Given the possibility of these unfortunate developments, I would recommend having planar shifting spells prepared, or at least some means of teleporting to safety. Good to know. Okay, we can go up there via athletics. We're climbing up the city further and further. Cool.
Here we go.
We're fucking heavy again. I need to find like a shop.
Here we go again.
Something is not right here. I'm glad I was useful to you.
We're gonna go into the Bad Luck Tavern and see what's what. A prismatic ring allows casting an improved version of prismatic spray. Why is Ninio blinded? What?
I'm always open to ideas. Huh?
What had happened
Yes,
to
what?
what happened to her? Oh, did she have a? She might have had an affliction suppressed.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Wearer can recharge this ring by consuming spells for which the sum of their levels must be equivalent to at least level 9. Interesting. You really enjoyed Kingmaker? Quit when you got to the kingdom management, though? That's fair. I will say, so, the crusade management side of things can be a little annoying, but I believe... I like, so the Crusade has these Crusade battles that are like Heroes of Might and Magic. So if you enjoy Heroes of Might and Magic, it's kind of like a basic version of that. But if you don't like it, you can, I believe, yeah, in the difficulty, you can turn Crusade onto auto, so that you don't have to deal with it, right? Like it'll just deal with all the Crusade stuff on its own, and you can just play the game. So, which I think is perfectly fine. I honestly, like, I think the building portion of the Crusade is not as good as it could be. It's a little, one, it's menu heavy. You got to click through too many loading screens, basically, which is annoying to me. But it's also just kind of shallow. But I actually do like the Crusade armies rolling around and fighting things, because, like I said, I like Heroes of Might and Magic, so... but, like I said, you can turn that off, which is cool.
Please, allow me.
Some mushrooms. We have... a trap somewhere. Okay. Yep, no more of that.
Shall not be swayed from my path.
Only Arushale
Follow my dream.
is now gonna be walking around.
I finished here. Is there more?
Okay, so outside in different locations, it looks like.
You called?
Burgas. Ilara.
sense something.
Nice.
Each step is a new journey.
I do enjoy looting in this game. Being like, you don't have to worry about like stealing or anything like that. That's fun to me. Because in other games where it's like, oh, like Witcher or something like that, I'll just go around accidentally looting shit and be like, well, gotta kill everyone or gotta reload, you know? Okay, we found a ledger. Most of the book's pages have been torn out. Of the remainder, only the top one is covered in writing. Receipts, brew, 3 barrels, too expensive. Better get the stuff that's gone slightly bad. Uh-oh. Absinthe, 3 bottles for important guests. Don't waste it on regular clients. The broth are drained from the baths in the 10,000 delights. 2 buckets. Smells of meat. Add some salt and pepper. Then serve as chef's special. Wow, that's fucked up. Meat from the Hezro's stock. 4 sacks. No more Hezro runs. The second to last rotten meat hunter never came back. Roots, 2 sacks. Find new diggers. These ones can't dig for shit. Sean's spices, half a bucket. Use sparingly. Add to drinks and snacks. That way more clients will come back for another dose. Drugs. Gotcha. Payments. Beer from the material plane. 6 barrels. Should order some more. It tastes like piss, but the guests from the material plane drink it like there's no tomorrow. Last year's beef. 3 sacks. Note, you can easily get rid of the smell with garlic and mustard. Vegetables from Grum's store, 3 sacks. Make him either drop the price or water his patches with different filth. The clients are unhappy seeing a blue carrot in their soup. Nice. Sean's spices, 1 bucket. I need to rip the chef's head off for using so much of it. It's not salt, for fuck's sake. Wow. Rotten cheese, 2 buckets. Was a big hit with the locals. Should order more. Need to ask them to add more maggots next time. Ugh. Disgusting. I was very interested, and then you hit me with the maggots. Okay, well, this is an interesting place. We've got some people to talk to. That being said, I think that is going to be the end of this particular video. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're going to keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time for more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.